Listen up, men over 60. If you've given up on building muscle, or if you're coasting through life thinking your best years are behind you, well, you didn't land on this video by mistake. You're here for a reason. In this video, I'm gonna help you transform your body, your mind, and give you the tools you need to build more muscle, more strength, and add more miles on that body of yours. Now, I've been coaching for over 30 years, and for the past 12, I've specialized exclusively in helping men from their 40s into their 80s. In the past 6 years alone, I personally coached hundreds of men in their 60s from all over the world. And I can tell you with absolute certainty, you are not too old to build muscle. You can build strength, you can transform your body, and you can absolutely improve your quality of life. Now, make sure you watch this entire video, because at the end, I'm going to tell you how to get a free muscle building guide for men over 60. And there's also an exclusive opportunity hidden inside that guide that I'll tell you about a little later in the video. When you hit your 60s, muscle becomes your armor. Okay, it's not just for looks anymore. It's your body's primary defense system. It stabilizes your joints, protects your bones, regulates your hormones, and it keeps your metabolism and insulin sensitivity healthy. The problem is, as you age, your body naturally loses muscle through a process called sarcopenia. That means fewer motor units are firing. You have slower recovery and weaker force production. If you're not actively training, you can lose up to 1% of your muscle every single year. That's the difference between being independent and needing help with everyday movement. So, building muscle at 60 is not only about vanity anymore. It's about vitality, longevity, and getting your confidence back. Now, here's the first thing you need to do. Drop the dead weight first, meaning if you want to build more muscle, start by losing some extra body fat. Excess fat is inflammatory tissue that elevates cortisol and lowers your testosterone. That combination destroys your recovery and makes it harder to build muscle no matter how hard you train. When men in my program lose 10 to 15 pounds of extra weight, their energy skyrockets, their sleep improves, and they start gaining muscle faster because their hormones finally function optimally again. Now, getting leaner also improves nutrient partitioning, which means your body starts sending more calories to build muscle instead of storing those calories as fat. Now, we'll come back to nutrition here in a minute, but first, I want to talk about the training, man. All right, here's the truth. Most men over 60 train the wrong way. They either train sporadically, or they're bouncing around trying different workouts, or they're not training hard enough to stimulate muscle growth either. The sweet spot here is 3 to 4 high quality resistance sessions per week. That's it, no more than that. Every session should focus on movements that build strength, stability, and even balance. Think of it like a triangle: mobility, stability, and strength. When those three connect, your body thrives. You need to focus on using compound movements as well. Exercises that work multiple muscle groups together, like squat variations, presses, and rows. Here's another pro tip I want to give you. Once you're in your 60s, it's time to limit barbell work. A few men can still use barbell safely, but for the vast majority of men over 60, it's just not worth the risk. I've been coaching for 3 decades, and I've seen far too many men sidelined with shoulder injuries, elbow injuries, back injuries, or herniated disc for clinging to that barbell mentality. What I recommend instead are dumbbells, cables, bands, and unilateral machines. Now, modern machines are biomechanically engineered to match your natural movement pattern. They help protect your joints while still stimulating your muscles through a full range of motion. Here are a few examples that I like to sub the barbells out for. Goblet squats, split squats instead of the barbell back squats. Dumbbell or plate loaded presses instead of barbell bench presses. Cable or dumbbell rows instead of heavy bent barbell rows. Reverse lunges, step ups, or unilateral leg presses for balance and coordination even. You need to use slow, controlled eccentrics though. Take 3 to 4 seconds to lower the weight down. That's where real muscle remodeling happens. You're increasing time under tension and teaching your muscles to contract efficiently. Also, you need to be training close to failure. Keep 2 to 3 reps left in the tank and no more. But keep every rep clean and controlled. If you lose control, the set is over. This builds mechanical tension, which is one of the top drivers of muscle growth. And when it comes to training volume, do less per workout session. You don't need to do long marathon session workouts. 30 to 45 minutes of intense work is more than enough. If you start going longer than that, you start elevating cortisol and even suppressing testosterone. Now, being that you're over 60, you need to stop with the lift heavy weight mentality. The men who get the best muscle building results are the ones who prioritize tension-based training over load-based training. This is where my clients have made their biggest breakthroughs over the years. This is where my TRICON training can be extremely beneficial. TRICON is short for triple contraction training, and it combines 3 different types of contractions inside of one set: explosive reps, isometric reps, and slow eccentric reps. The explosive reps fire the nervous system up and activate fast twitch fibers. The isometric holds build tendon and ligament strength, which is a key to long-term joint health. And the slow, controlled reps maximize deep tension and fiber recruitment. This method creates muscle stimulation without destruction. You'll feel stronger and not beaten up. If you've never tried it, make sure you go through my channel and watch some of my TRICON videos after this. I've got several TRICON workouts out there. Okay, now let's get back into the nutrition because it's very crucial. This is where most men actually drop the ball. Most guys I have coached over the years were either eating too much of the wrong foods or too little of the right foods. The most effective approach I found while eating right is carb cycling. It's simple, flexible, and it works. On training days, eat balanced meals, lean protein, complex carbs, healthy fats, and veggies. On your rest days, limit the complex carbs and focus on protein, healthy fats, and fibrous veggies. This is going to help improve insulin sensitivity, and it also keeps your metabolism active. Now, protein, it's still the foundation of your nutrition. Protein builds and repairs muscle tissue, it supports hormones, and improves your body composition. Aim for 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of your goal body weight daily. It's not just about building muscle, it's about keeping your muscle protein synthesis active throughout the day. Now, in addition to this, healthy fats are equally important. Olive oil, nuts, avocados, salmon, whole eggs. These are going to support your testosterone and your joint function. And also, if you're low in vitamin D, zinc, or magnesium, then supplement them. They're essential for hormone balance and recovery. Here's another pro tip though. You need to skip the test boosters and miracle powders. These are gimmicks. Stick to the basics if you want supplements: creatine, ZMAs, protein if you struggle to hit your daily protein target, and vitamins and minerals to help with deficiencies, but that's it. All right, now another thing you need to focus on is moving every single day. One of the biggest misconceptions about recovery is that it means do nothing, just complete rest. Well, that's not recovery, that's regression. Daily movement keeps your body young. It lubricates your joints, it enhances your circulation, and keeps your neuromuscular system active. You don't need to train every day, but you do need to move every day. Walk, stretch, do yard work, play with your grandkids. Just stay active. Your body was built to move, not to sit still. Let me leave you with another tip. Journal, track, and reflect. This is one of the most powerful habits men can adopt. Start each morning by writing down 3 things that you're grateful for. This is one of the most powerful tools for shifting your mindset. It literally rewrites your brain to focus on progress instead of decline. Start also by tracking your workouts. Every set, every rep, every rest period, every weight you lift should be documented, because what gets measured can be improved. And remember, every man's body responds differently. What works for your buddy or what works for me may not work for you. Tracking isn't just about the numbers, it's about discovering your personal blueprint for growth. Now listen, building muscle after 60 isn't about chasing the body you had decades ago. It's about building the one that's going to carry you confidently into the next chapter of your life. Muscle, strength, mobility, consistency. That's the real formula for longevity and vitality. The men who thrive in my program at 60, 70, even above that, have one thing in common. They never stop showing up. They don't let their age define them. They live every day with a purpose. If you're ready to build muscle, rebuild your body, and take back control of your health and your energy, I've created a free starter guide just for you. Click the link below to download my free muscle building guide specifically for men over 60. Inside, you'll learn how to train smarter, eat better, and rebuild lean muscle the right way. Plus, there's also an exclusive opportunity waiting inside that you don't want to miss. When you download the guide, look for the keyword Alpha 50. That's the key to unlocking what comes next. Man, as always, thank you so much for watching this video. Get busy, get after it, and God bless.